Judith Brust transforms found objects into magnificent monoprints, one-of-a-kind, colorful, abstract pieces that suggest plant life, windows, planets, and life cycles. With her background in classical illustration and in building sculptures using found objects, she approaches her artworks meditatively and spiritually. Regarding the spiritual aspects of her work, she refers to the writings of Carl Jung and Joseph Campbell, while artists Marthe Rothko, Paul Klee, and Louise Bourgeois inspire her shapes, forms, and choice of color. To view Brust's large, colorful monoprints is to observe art pieces with organic, biomorphic, and circular forms. Within each art piece, there is a complex creative procedure related to her earlier work of making sculptures. She first builds up the designs of her prints on her press, using elements and found objects. She then places a large piece of paper over the ink, paint, and objects, and rolls the press over them. The result is a large mixed media artwork on paper with a textural three-dimensional quality within 2 dimensions. And with each artwork, she draws the viewer into her artistic, spiritual world. She looks back at her life with its consistent theme of merging art with elements from nature, inspired by her personal studies, observations of the world, extensive travels, and fertile imagination. She has evolved from figurative to abstract work.
My art career began when I was born. And I did, as most kids, coloring, and just was fascinated with color. And as I grew and was babysitting the neighbor kids, I would do portraits to keep them quiet and give them to them when I would leave. And then came college, majored in art education, and got married. And we started our family, and as the kids grew, I would take classes and go to the museums and anything I could do to get my, to work, to do my passion, I guess I'd call it. I decided to make a change because my watercolors, though they were selling and well received, I just felt there was more that I could be doing with my subject matter. So I thought, I'll try to enter graduate school, which was really pretty interesting because at that time they didn't really want older students, and I was heading towards 50. So I went to see Ed Mayer in SUNY Albany, who was the head of sculpture, and he laughingly said, well, why don't you come to one of my classes and let's see what you can do. So I did that. And after a semester, he was pleased, and I kept on going and had the finished with the Masters of Art. And I found that I was going very abstract in what I was presenting, and it was so much fun. I had fun. And every time I said, oh, this is so much fun, Ed would have a fit. He said, this is not fun, it's serious. And I said, well, if it's not fun, why do it? Anyway, I had a great time, and my work was improving immensely. When I discovered the monoprints, I found that it satisfied everything I'd ever done. You know, I spent a lot of time drawing. I spent a lot of time painting and sculpture, and I was using all three methods within the monoprint. And I basically developed my own technique, and it's very satisfying in all ways.
The last 20 years of Brust's life and career have been her most productive. She is still going strong with her monoprints, including her Life Cycle, Passage, Nantucket, and Imperial Blue series, the latter inspired by travels in Asia. Her Mind's Eye series, with its orb-type shapes, evoke her search for the meaning of me being here. While Judith Brust and her husband now divide their time between Nantucket and Captiva Island, Florida, she regards her time on this planet as a celebration of life.